The other two children that were there was from a previous marriage before she met Billy Ray by two separate fathers. No, wait a minute, I said that wrong. Not a previous marriage.
My mom is my hero. And my father, I am grateful for.
Nothing happening with you to just shut your mouth. Look what a mess you've made. What a dumb thing to do. Now that's dumb because you have to know I will not tolerate that. You just up.
I thought you'd be happy.
No.
Empathy and compassion for his childhood, which obviously developed to create the man.
Miley Cyrus, the pop icon who has grown up in the public eye, has just dropped a bombshell. New undeniable footage reveals shocking abuse at the hands of her father, Ray Cyrus, towards his estranged wife, singer Firefox, and verbal insults aimed at Miley and her mother.
Calling her husband an evil man.
You know better than
His
that.
estranged wife, Fire Rose, claimed that he abandoned her.
Get out of here. I'm not going to just shut up.
But that's not all. Miley's tragic childhood with Disney and her turbulent relationship with her father paint a heartbreaking picture.
So I got cast at 12 years old, and they're happening and changing and just, again.
So, what exactly happened and how did it come to this? Let's dive in. Miley's dad, Ray Cyrus, recently told his estranged wife, singer Fire Rose, can expect to see him in court after a purported recording of the former couple in the throes of an expletive-ridden argument found its way online. In the clip, Cyrus lambasts Firehouse for making him late to a Nicki Minaj concert at which he was set to make a guest appearance. "You once again showed that you will not listen," he says on the recording, which can be heard in full here. "I don't know who the F you think you are, but you will not effing listen. I don't think you're real smart," he continues. "I've changed my damn mind on what you are is a selfish effing bee."
To leave 2 hours ago.
No, you didn't. You can still leave and get there.
Get out of here. I'm not in no place to go do a show.
I
I had to go when I was ready to go.
The recording, first obtained by the Daily Mail, was published on Tuesday. A day later, Cyrus responded with a lengthy statement on his Instagram story. "Hell yeah, I was at my wit's end," he wrote Wednesday. The singer made a cryptic reference to a man he claimed was Fire Rose's ex-husband and accused her of having been arrested for burglary. "As every day went by, I started realizing something was wrong. And that's before I knew she was a fraud. I just knew something wasn't right," he wrote. "I saw before my very own eyes. Everything I thought I knew about her was a lie. She was trying to take over my career, my life, and usurp the Cyrus name for her own gain. See you in court." The country singer's attorneys, Rose Palermo and Jason Talley, also issued a statement to People Wednesday in which they deemed the recording an apparent last-ditch effort to squeeze money out of Mr. Cyrus. With regards to this recording, Miss Hodges is the person who made the recording without telling Mr. Cyrus that she was recording him, the statement went on. Of course, she was intentionally on her best behavior, since she knew the recording was being made. Fire Rose's spokesperson countered by saying Cyrus was caught red-handed, with Fire Rose being the only party to have shown tangible evidence of who the real abuser was in this relationship. His ongoing smear campaign against her is exhausting, and his many different stories continue to grow and evolve, the spokesperson said. Cyrus filed for divorce from Fire Rose in May after about 7 months of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences and inappropriate marital conduct. Last month, Fire Rose issued a divorce filing of her own in which she accused Cyrus of extreme verbal, emotional, and psychological AB. A little more than a week later, Cyrus responded with new documents in which he denied Fire Rose's claims and claimed that it was he, in fact, who had been abused. Meanwhile, the relationship between Ray Cyrus and his daughter, Miley Cyrus, has reportedly also reached a breaking point following a controversial audio recording in which he made offensive comments about his daughter and his ex-wife, Tish Cyrus. This has led to a significant rift within the family. The audio surfaced shortly after Billy Ray publicly criticized Miley, in which he referred to her in derogatory terms such as a devil and a skank.
Everyone knows devil's a skank.
This recording features Billy Ray speaking in the third person and making harsh comments that have caused considerable upset.
The other two children that were there was from a previous marriage before she met Billy Ray by two separate fathers. No, wait a minute, I said that wrong. Not a previous.
An insider has revealed that Billy Ray tried to downplay the situation, suggesting that his remarks were taken out of context, but Miley remains unresponsive to his attempts at reconciliation. According to sources close to the family, Miley has cut off communication with her father and is not open to accepting any apologies. The fallout is not just limited to Miley, as Billy Ray also made disparaging remarks about Tish, calling her derogatory names and questioning her character. This comes after Tish filed for divorce from Billy Ray in 2022, ending their long marriage. There is no excuse ever for a father to call his daughter a skank, the insider told Radar Online. Any inkling of respect that Miley had for her father is gone. He is dead to her. The situation has left the singer feeling deeply hurt and estranged from her father. Those close to Miley have indicated that while the comments were shocking, they were not entirely surprising given the family's complicated history. Miley is mad, sad, and also not giving ish. All the emotions are there, another source noted. Miley is over caring about what Billy Ray has to say about her, her mom, or her siblings. Miley is as independent of a woman as possible, and she refuses to let her dad or any man break her heart. Billy Ray Cyrus and Tish Cyrus met at a bar in 1991. He was just a year away from becoming an international star, responsible for taking country music, a genre with minimal popularity outside the United States, to the top of the charts around the world thanks to the song Achy Breaky Heart. At that time, however, Billy's life was far from perfect. He was going through a miserable period, living in his car, with nothing to hint at the success that awaited him. Tish already had 2 children from a previous relationship, Brandy and Trace, and she had quit drinking. That caught the attention of Billy Ray, whose own experiences with alcohol and addictions, both personal and within his family, had been very traumatic. Miley, their first child together, was born in 1992, just a few months before the couple tied the knot and started a new life in a Tennessee farm, now with a robust bank account thanks to the success of his first single. Their other 2 children, Brazen and Noah, were born there. From a very young age, it was clear that Miley had something special and was ready to follow in her father's footsteps. Miley Cyrus became a household name as the star of Disney Channel's hit series Hannah Montana. The show, which premiered in 2006, quickly skyrocketed in popularity, making Miley a teen idol almost overnight. However, behind the glittering facade of fame and success, Miley was grappling with a harsh reality. Disney owned not just her character, but in many ways, her entire identity. From 2006 to 2011, we all tuned in to what many consider the best Disney Channel show ever, Hannah Montana. For most of us, it's a nostalgic, fun memory, but for Miley Cyrus, it was a very different experience. Behind the scenes, she was the lowest paid cast member, working grueling 12-hour shifts and dealing with an identity crisis during her teenage years. We've seen many child stars struggle, and Miley seemed to be heading down that path in the early 2010s. But was her wild phase all part of a bigger plan? Disney had a huge amount of power and control over young Miley. Instead of just accepting it, she decided to fight back. She wanted to reclaim what was rightfully hers and make Disney want nothing to do with her anymore. Miley's birth name was actually Destiny Hope Cyrus. Her parents called her Smiley, which eventually got shortened to Miley. Throughout the 90s and early 2000s, her dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, toured the world singing his country music hits. In 2001, he landed his own TV drama and family show called Doc. Miley was 9 then and discovered her love for acting. She made her debut as Kylie on Doc and was immediately hooked.
Hey, Roll. Hey, Kylie. Have you heard about...
She had another small role as Ruthie in the film Big Fish. But when the chance to audition for Hannah Montana came up, she was determined to get it. Hannah Montana was a new Disney Channel show about a teenage girl living a double life as a famous pop star. The show's writer and producer, Michael Porteous, had the idea years before it ever made it to TV. They saw over 1,000 kids audition for the roles, but still couldn't decide who was perfect for the lead. Miley's first audition was at 11 years old in 2002. She initially tried out for the best friend role, but was encouraged to go for the lead because of her singing talent. She kept sending in auditions until the producers knew they had to see her in person to make a decision. When she finally flew in for an in-person audition, she nailed it. Her raspy voice, confidence, and genuine Southern twang were exactly what Disney was looking for.
CED, and I'm auditioning for the role of Zoe in Hannah Montana. And yes, it's...
Miley didn't just play the character, she was the character. She was a small-town girl from Tennessee, went to school, had a big family, and her dad was a famous musician. She dreamed of following in her dad's footsteps, but also loved her life in the country. She fit the role so perfectly that they even cast her father, Ray Cyrus, to play her dad on the show. Their real father-daughter bond was something that couldn't be faked. They even changed the character's name from Chloe Stewart to Miley Stewart because the character and Miley herself were inseparable. The show premiered in March 2006 to 5.4 million viewers, the highest ever debut for a Disney Channel show at that time. Each week, they averaged around 3.5 million viewers per episode. It became the most popular kids show on TV, and Miley quickly became a megastar both in real life and on the show. She was living her dream, being on Disney, making her parents proud, and seemingly having it all. But with all this new fame came a lot of pressure. Miley went from being an aspiring actress to working 12-hour days, recording in studios, performing live, and doing her schoolwork on set. Trying to balance school and work was probably really tough for her. From the very beginning, Disney had a tight grip on Miley's career. Despite being the lead and the face of the franchise, Miley was reportedly underpaid compared to her peers. In a 2016 interview with 17 magazine, Miley revealed that she wasn't exactly making bank for the role that basically made our childhoods. "I did not grow up spoiled in any way. I just wanted to be on TV," she told Elle. "I mean, at one point, they'll probably kill me for saying it. I was probably the least paid person on my cast because I didn't know any better. I was just like, I can be on Disney. Yeah, I want to do it. My name was Miley on my show, but I didn't own my name. We didn't think about that," she continued. Like, "Yeah, you can use my name on your show, sure." My mom started understanding how many people take advantage of a child, so she hired smart people to protect me in that way. I'm happy that when I was younger, people protected me and put me in a position where I can now control my music. Disney's influence was so pervasive that they even had a stake in her name. In 2006, the very first Hannah Montana album was released and went 3 times platinum. Despite this success, Miley didn't receive much, if any, payment for it. The certification wasn't even credited to her. It was labeled under various artists and released through Walt Disney Records, a label known for soundtracks rather than real albums. Merchandise featuring Hannah Montana was flying off the shelves, from t-shirts to keychains. But since Disney owned the character, Miley didn't get royalties from these sales. Things started to get interesting in June 2007 with the release of the Hannah Montana 2 Inches album, which included a second disc titled Meet Miley Cyrus. This album topped the Billboard charts and sold 3 million copies. Miley then embarked on a 70-show tour that grossed $70 million, performing half as Hannah Montana and half as herself. While she earned a performance fee, it was likely between $10,000 to $30,000 per show, totaling around $1 to $1.5 million for the tour. Although this sounds like a lot, Miley could have made significantly more with better negotiations, possibly earning $10 to $20 million if she had owned a percentage of the tour. But she didn't own her name. Miley Cyrus was technically a stage name. By January 2008, the Best of Both Worlds tour ended, marking the last time Miley performed as Hannah Montana. At the beginning of 2008, she legally changed her name from Destiny Hope to Miley Cyrus. This move, advised by the smart people her mother Tish hired, might have been a contractual loophole. Just like Prince changed his name to an unpronounceable symbol to escape his contract with Warner Bros., Miley's name change allowed her to sign new contracts and renegotiate better terms. In July 2008, Miley released her breakout album, which went platinum within a few months. Around the same time, she got into controversy for a topless photo shoot with Vanity Fair, which she and her family thought was artistic, but she was pressured to apologize. Photos of her and her boyfriend at the time also leaked, showing them kissing and cuddling, which didn't sit well with Disney's image. In 2009, Miley released Party in the USA, which sold 10 million records and is still her biggest song. Her performance at the Teen Choice Awards stirred up controversy due to a mild pole dance, further straining her relationship with Disney. She then embarked on the Wonderworld tour, performing 56 shows in venues with capacities ranging from 10,000 to 20,000 people. She sold out 5 nights at the O2 Arena in London, underscoring her massive popularity. This tour grossed $66 million, proving Miley could stand on her own without Hannah Montana. During the Wonderworld tour, Miley likely made more money due to her legal name change. Despite doing an insane amount of work, including filming a whole new season of Hannah Montana and touring, Miley was moving away from her Disney image. By 2010, she released her album Can't Be Tamed, signifying her desire to break free from her child star persona. The album was a commercial failure compared to her previous work, and her image was shifting. Around this time, a video of Miley smoking salvia out of a bong leaked, causing Disney to sever ties with her. Despite smoking as a teenager during her time on the show, she kept it hidden. This controversy led to the cancellation of a massive clothing brand deal with Walmart. Despite the challenges, Miley successfully transitioned from her Disney persona to establish herself as a versatile artist. Her post-Disney career has been marked by a series of bold and unconventional choices. Embracing a more mature and provocative image, Miley shocked fans and critics alike with her 2013 album Bangers, which featured hits like We Can't Stop and Wrecking Ball. Meanwhile, the problems between Miley and her father simmered during the broadcast of Hannah Montana between 2006 and 2011. As the artist grew older, money and fame flooded family life. Billy and Tish's marriage also suffered as a result of all these changes, and in 2011, they began divorce proceedings. Billy Ray left the family home in Los Angeles and moved, alone and devastated, to his old ranch. In an article published that year in the American edition of GQ magazine titled Mr. Hannah Montana's Achy Broken Heart, the singer lamented, "Entering this industry, you are now on the highway to darkness," literally stating when asked by the reporter that his family was being attacked by Satan. "There has always been a battle between good and evil, always will be. You think, this is a chance to make family entertainment, bring families together. And look what it's turned into," he said. "It destroyed my family. I'll tell you right now, the damn show destroyed my family." Then the singer went on to express his wish that the series had never existed. Billy Ray was clearly in a hole. However, just when all seemed lost, the divorce suit was dropped and the family got back together. Still, things were never the same within the Cyrus family. Although for a few years the storm seemed to have calmed down, in 2013 Tish once again filed a lawsuit to divorce Billy Ray. "This is a personal matter, and we are doing what is in the best interest of our family. We ask that you respect our privacy at this time," Tish stated in a press release. Meanwhile, as Miley's career skyrocketed, her number of fans grew, as well as her detractors, thanks to scandals such as her much-talked-about performance with Robin Thicke at the MTV Video Music Awards. The divorce was called off again just a couple of months after being filed, and for a few years, everything seemed to be working out. However, in these comings and goings, it is easy to imagine the gap between Miley and her parents widening, which takes us to the moment when the artist stopped following her father on Instagram. In April 2022, Tish asked Billy Ray for divorce again. This time, it would be final. After almost 30 years of marriage, a decade of conflicts, and 2 years of living apart, the iconic marriage came to an end. This, as happens in all families, caused a cataclysm, with the children taking sides. Although her reasons have never been entirely clear, Miley completely aligned with her mother, unfollowing her father on Instagram and acting as her mother's maid of honor last year when she married actor Dominic Purcell. Billy Ray did not waste any time either, and in October 2023, he married Australian singer Fire Rose, 27 years his junior. This could have been the last straw in the father-daughter relationship. In any case, Miley Cyrus's story is one of tragedy, resilience, and ultimately triumph. She's faced unimaginable challenges, from her tumultuous relationship with her father to the pressures of growing up in the spotlight. But through it all, she's remained true to herself and has emerged stronger than ever. Miley's journey is a powerful reminder that no matter what obstacles we face, we have the strength to overcome them. She's shown us that it's possible to break free from the past and to create a future filled with hope and happiness. And that's exactly what Miley is doing. She's using her platform to inspire and empower others, and her story is a testament to the power of resilience and determination. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.